Hi travelers, this is going to be your Leo Sun, Moon, and Rising video for July 2025. If you'd like to book a reading with me, you can go here to my web address, go over to look. I have several reading packages. My turnaround time is 24 to 72 hours. I want to get straight into the reading. I have with me today the Radiant White deck, La Veda Sibila for clarification should we need. And I will wrap the reading up with either an angel answer card or a Golden Nostradamus card. So let me turn the camera around and we'll get started. This will be a 9-card spread. Hopefully the light won't be too glaring on the... It's a brand new light. I couldn't get a ring light for some reason. They're selling this new kind of light, but I don't understand how to use it. Well, I could buy a ring light, I just don't need a tripod. I need a ring light replacement. You know? So I'm going to put another shuffle and rifle on the deck, which I just did. And we're going to cut the cards. Again, this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. The Ace of Wands. The Five of Pentacles. I'm kind of... Maybe if I lift it up. The Fool card. Next row. The Ace of Pentacles. The Page of Cups. The Eight of Swords. Last row. The Strength card. It's funny, I think there was only one reading that I did that had absolutely no major arcana cards in it whatsoever. But it's been unusual because I have a lot of major arcana coming out. The Queen of Cups. Even though this is a Leo reading, we can all embody the different suits at any given point in time. To me, this just means, are you all in your emotions about something? And lastly, the Five of Swords. What is over the entire reading, the whole energy? The Six of Wands. So what do I have? I have 2 cups, 2 pentacles, 2 swords, a wand, and 2 major arcana cards. There's, to me, there is a theme of 2, hidden theme of 2. So I think this is about either a relationship, personal, or business. I'm going to put it like that. Okay. The cards are read past, present, future. Past, present, future with the interplay of the cards. And right in the center, I have a Page of Cups. I never read pages and knights as people. I always read them as messages. A page is a smaller message, but a knight is a more fully fledged message, and knights show up to move a situation along. So I think an offer is going to come to you. I think surprisingly, because the fish in a cup always says to me, that's a surprise. Who expects to have a fish in a cup? So I think the message is going to be somewhat unexpected. Everything else is going on around that page. So at the top, I have the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is, the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is an ace. So it's all related to the Magician card. So it represents opportunities. Saying that energy is becoming available to you to do whatever you want to do. Because wands represent your focus, your passion, your desire, your determination. So you're going to get an opportunity to either focus on something or be determined to do it. And the Ace of Wands says it could be a message coming in. And it says, do not turn down any offers of socializing, whether business or personal, because you don't know where opportunity it's going to come from. So we go next to the 5. It's a 5, and 5 are changing energies. It's terse, discordant energies. It's a number of ups and downs. And the 5 of Pentacles says, perhaps at this point you may feel as though you are lacking in money or finances to take care of yourself. It could be that someone is making you feel that way. You feel left out in the cold for some reason. And I don't know why, because this is really a good spread. The 5 says, don't give up because you're about to do something that you never thought was possible. And I see the Fool card here. And the Fool ushers in new opportunities, new travel, new ideas, something unexpected. But you have to remember not to be foolish. Don't believe everything you hear or see. Do your research. We go next to the Ace of Pentacles. If this is not about money, finances, it is about the doing of something. So you have an opportunity to take a new path, to do something totally new. Okay? But over here, we have the 8 of Swords. And this says you're worried. You don't think you can move physically right now. But the card counsels you to that things are not as bad as they seem. Or the reality may not be as bad as it is. Because just because you can't see a way and you can't move physically, your mind is free to think about what you're going to do when you get free. So the situation is one of your own making, which is really difficult for you to realize. And I think that where emotions are involved, this can mean either confusing communications or being unsure about making a decision. You feel imprisoned for some reason. And then we come to the Strength card. And whatever this 8 of Swords is, it's telling you with the Strength, I have 2 8s. I have 2 aces. I have 2 5s. See, I said like hidden 2s. So the Strength card is telling you to face your fears. And you may have to change your mind about something or someone. Approach the problem with calm, with rationalization. Don't bring emotions into it. Just kind of face what you're facing. That shows strength. It also shows leadership. See how she's holding the mouth of the lion open? She's not frightened of it. She doesn't have a whip or a chair or a gun. She doesn't have to beat it over the head. She just approaches the problem gently. I think this is mainly for yourself. Maybe you kind of feel like you made some mistakes, but we all make mistakes, and a mistake is just a learning curve. Now you know what not to do the next time, right? I kind of feel that it's a recurring problem over here with the laminated skate over her head. See the 8? And that's why you are all in your emotions. You can't think about anything else. I think this problem, whatever it is weighing on you heavily. But use your intuition to make the right decision. But I also think there can be some kind of argument, conflict, split, somebody talking about you, gossiping about you, doing something underhanded. But this card here, the 5 of Swords, is about you being in a battle. And whenever I see this, when I read for a person, this is you. So this is you, Leo. And it's about standing up for yourself in a dispute. You have to be careful, however, with this energy, because the other two people that you're fighting with, arguing with, will suit to any level to win. But if they're maligning you, gossiping about you, have stolen something from you, definitely stand up for yourself. I always look at this card like, see the 2 swords he has over his shoulder? That's you thinking about, should I have said that or should I not have said that? Because remember, swords talk about ideas, perceptions, ideas, communication. And you have your 3rd sword at the ready. So you're holding 3 swords. That tells me that there was some kind of conflict. And the other 2 people have thrown their swords down on the ground. So it means you're the victor for right now. But if you continue, they may turn around and take up arms against you again. And look how the clouds are going diagonal. Over here we have the 6 of Wands, the overall energy. And the 6 of Wands is a 6. It's a number of harmony, balance, and love. And it always represents either some kind of promotion, some kind of raise or bonus, some kind of good news, maybe like getting your diploma or award or certificate. It shows that you have the courage and the leadership skills to move through whatever the problem is. Before this was a 5, before it was a 6, it was a 5. So all your haters, you have to thank them for hating on you. Look at the horse's face. He even has a look like you didn't do this by yourself. So thank everybody. If they did do something dirty to you, thank them for it. Don't be bitter, because they push you through to make this leap. Sometimes it says that you will get your name in the paper about something. So, what can I can get some more messages out of this spread. I can't look at the 2 court cards because they are traditionally viewed as people. So what does that leave me? The ace, the 2 aces, the 5 of pentacles, the 8 of swords, and the 5 of swords as they relate to these cards right here. This damn camera and this let's see if it'll pick up. And the Fool card and the Strength card. So let me get my book, because since my stroke I can't remember everything. I'm so glad I wrote all this down. The Ace of Wands. What does it mean? Does it mean anything next to the Strength and the Fool card? No. But it speaks of new beginnings, a new venture, or an unexpected opportunity that will create much clarity and excitement. A new job is a distinct possibility. You are to remain alert to positive forms offers in any form of communication. The Ace of Wands is the message to accept all offered invitations and to look out for a letter, email, or phone call or text which heralds wonderful news. Accept any invitations offered, whether social or work related. Remember, opportunity can come from any source. There's your message. And I think you're surprised by it. That's the feeling that I get. The Five of Pentacles. Let me give you two fives right here. The Five of Pentacles and the Five of Swords speaks to new experiences ahead. The Ace of Pentacles. No, nothing about the Ace of Pentacles. However, two aces speak to a wedding or an engagement. I say engagement, a wedding, but what is a wedding if not a contract? If you take all the romantic stuff out of it, it's a contract. So this could be about a contract coming. Okay? Some kind of contract. The Eight of Swords. Let me find it. Which incidentally relates to the 17th through the 1st of May. Through the 31st of May. So just recently. You know, it depends on where you are in the story. Sometimes it's going, this is happening last month. It's happening for some of you right now, or it could happen in the future, in July. Two eights imply that there is a slight concern in regards to a new relationship, a new romance, relationship, or partnership. That's why you feel like you're stuck. And you can't move. I think it's mostly fear and anxiety. Finally, we come to the Five of Swords. Five of Swords may be warning of a permanent breakup, separation, or partnership, or relationship of some kind, due to the choices made by another. It may be telling of the breakup or severance of an important relationship or partnership, and it indicates the abrupt parting of ways. It also says you need to regain your composure before stepping out again and going ahead with plans. If you have been involved in a conflict, and the nature of the conflict is that no one will win, as the parties will sink to any levels to win. The result will be unhappiness and grief for both parties. It may be warning of malicious gossip or losing something or someone important to you, some unfair dealings, and theft or theft. So remain wary. But it doesn't say anything next to the Strength and the Fool card. So there you have it. All over the cards there are indications that this is some kind of relationship. It doesn't tell me what kind. but I have 2 aces, 2 eights, 2 fives, and 2 court cards, and that's underlying 2s. Okay, even if I count in this here, I have 2 wands. So I don't need to pull cards on the reading because I don't know exactly what it's about, but it's telling me that something new comes into your life, either a message, some kind of message, and you don't feel as if you can either do it or you can't move right now. So it tells you to face your fears and do it anyway. That's what you got to do. Because a brand new opportunity is being handed to you. And it's going to cause some upset with certain people. But feel the fear and do it anyway. You know, nobody likes... People can't stay in one spot. You outgrow situations. You outgrow jobs. You outgrow relationships. And it's time, I think, for you to move on. So let's pull a card and see what it says. Angel answer. Forgiveness. I think that goes along with this card, where it says you may have to change your mind about something or someone. But forgiveness. I do feel like you feel as though it's all your fault. But it's not. I'm not getting that it's your fault. You may have played some role in it, but it's not all your fault. Let me read the card. Forgiveness. Forgiveness can work miracles. When you release the past, a weight is lifted off your shoulders and a sense of freedom. Let me see if I can get it. I don't know. I may have to turn the light off. Hold on. And a sense of freedom washes over you. Ask your angels to help you let go of sadness or pain caused by others so that you can be free. This card also refers to the need for self-forgiveness. It's time to let go of any guilt you are holding on to regarding past mistakes you may have made. Give yourself credit for having tried your best, even if the results weren't what you would have liked. Focus on the changes you made since then that have made you a better person. That's why I say, if you made a mistake in the past, mistakes are not something to be ashamed of, to fear, because it's just a learning moment. A learning moment. Now you know what not to do going into the future. You made the mistake in the past, but don't make it again. Okay? So that's what I have for you, Leo, for this July 2025. Good luck, and talk to you later. Bye.